Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is something I've actually been putting off for a few weeks now, but it's something I've been really wanting to add since I've added my upgraded all-terrain tires, which is the sound deadening to my two front doors. I figured while I was at it, we'd do some factory maintenance and flush the power steering. So right now, we are trying to fix the power steering. My steering has been giving me a little bit of an issue, kind of being annoying, so we're going to flush the power steering, spray the lower steering shaft. Hopefully that'll be the fix, so I don't have to pay for a shop to fix it.
You're gonna fight me, aren't you?
So right now, Ross has hooked up the tube, and we're going to start the funnel. You know, everything's different. And we're going to start to siphon and then drain it and hopefully flush the system. That's the perfect little kitty litter as our catch can.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Right? I did the PV blaster on the lower steering shaft, so hopefully that is helping out. Okay.
So, looking at it on this plastic, actually,
There's some dirt.
is it draining?
Yeah. Slowly, but it's coming.
Yeah,
It's just-
you're not gonna get much this round.
Yeah, it's just complete. The tape is letting go. So I'm just holding it on.
So, looking at this, actually,
Yeah.
it's not horrible.
It isn't?
What?
Hopefully then.
It's not, I've seen worse.
Yeah. So at the moment, the power steering fluid is draining. It wasn't as dirty as we thought it was, so that's a plus. So hopefully we'll just drain this real quick, flush it, and then that'll be it. Oh, that's a nice little Kool-Aid drink.
Alright. Turn.
Ew.
I didn't say smell it.
What, does it matter left or right?
All the way left
All
till you hit the stop. All the way right till you hit the stop.
Okay,
and
I'm
again,
moving. Ready?
until I tell you to stop.
I'm at stop.
Turn the other way.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Does it matter like slow, obviously?
Just keep going.
And so is this pushing the fluid out right now?
Yep.
Or
Here,
is it pushing?
hang on. Here, stop. I'll let you look.
Yeah, because it's about straight.
Yeah. So, you see it's draining down there.
Oh.
It's fine the way it is. Basically,
Okay.
I'm sitting here watching the reservoir.
Oh,
That
just
was
make sure
full.
it doesn't suck like air.
Basically, you don't want air. Watch as I turn. Which way you were going? Left or right?
I went left, so you go right now. Oh, I see. Yeah, and it does pour out. Wow. Look at that. You're about to reach the bottom of this reservoir. Not maybe about an inch.
Yep. So basically, this is what this is going to consist of doing. It's not hard.
Just keep pumping. Wow.
Wait until I can refill it.
Yep. Look at that. I'm a mechanic. Okay, so we finished the power steering. It works a lot better now. So now the part is for the sound deadening. So I'm going to start by taking off these right there. I watched a video last night. Thanks to Tacoma Holic again for all the advice. And hopefully it'll go pretty easy. So I just removed that. You just have to be really careful of not using a screwdriver and scraping up just like that. Learn from my mistakes. I pulled this out, exposing that screw right there. And then I need to come up and to expose that one right there. And then I'm just going to pull on the bottom right here.
Yeah, I want one of the 360s.
Yeah, those look really cool.
That would be sweet to mount on a roof rack.
Ow.
And then as you're driving down the road,
So I've been having issues, so I would suggest getting a trim removal kit. Make it a lot easier to do all that. Alright, so I've removed that. So now let's hope I can just...
how much does the water panel go?
Ow. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see, I think I need that. That's where the trim removal kit tool would come in really handy. Because this is metal, so you don't want to...
Yeah.
And plastic tab, so when I hear that...
So...
Okay, so I cheated a little bit, and I've already started to get it going, but it looks like all you need to do is...
What did you just do?
That, I remember that. Oh, I skipped a step. Gotta remember to take this off first to just connect the wires for the window switch.
Yeah, that probably would help.
Yeah. So don't jump the gun like I did. Make sure to take that off first. Okay, so I took that off, so now, bam, it's exposed. I want to do new speakers. That's what I should have done. Now I do know that we got to take this off and to not get this tar on you. And people said that it's probably better to do it on a warm day, but YOLO. So I'll just cut it. Okay, so right now I've got the nice little knife to cut this plastic, and I'm gonna surgically remove it, trying not to cut any of...
Oh, you take out the plastic?
Yeah, because it doesn't need anything. There should be... I'm very doubtful. I've seen people remove it, and they've never put anything back. I just didn't know if I should take off this rubber or not.
You're going to make more of a mess.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. But make sure to not...
Yeah, just beware, if you run around the front end of the truck, I have a thing of wire stuff sitting up on the hood.
Perfect.
So don't knock that off. They make a mess. I've done it before.
I will try not to. But... this cut's pretty easy. Just gonna make sure to not... Oh, I've never seen that in other vehicle, in the other trucks.
What?
I'm talking to the camera, but...
Oh.
Yeah, there's this metal plate above the door thing.
Where? I can see it moving.
Right here. I've never seen that in the other ones. Because we have to get to the door itself back there. So far, I've gotten a lot of this off. I know that you really don't want to see me cut any plastic, but I've gotten all that off. Like I mentioned, there's this weird thing right here, so I'm going to remove that. But it should be pretty easy. So using some isopropyl alcohol just to really get it so I can make sure the sound deadening itself sticks. So I've done the inside with the alcohol, the isopropyl, whatever it's called, just to get all the dust and everything off, just so to make sure that it sticks to the metal itself. So just that's a really big step you got to do. But I think I'm probably only just going to go from right over in here and just see how much I can really honestly fill. I only have about 10 feet of it, so it'll be fun. So a tip that I learned was to not make sure to like just cut it like this before and then try to figure it out, because let's see that. Perfect. I'll just cut right there, just because you don't want to lay it in there and then it's done. So I've got the first mat on. All I'm going to do is take off this plastic or the paper, just make sure, and then I have these rollers to roll it right onto it. So hopefully it'll be pretty easy. Peel off that, exposing this. You definitely don't want to touch the back of this because it's really sticky. But like that, make sure that it fits in the top first. Ooh, there you go. Bam. Bam. And the first piece is on. Find the roller to make sure it's really on there. To get really every side of every piece of it. Because if it's not on, the door, then I'm pretty sure it won't really do anything. Which would make sense. So just kind of get the edges out first. I got a kit with 3 of them, so I'm able to use the different sizes. That's my advantage. So I'll lay this 80mm down first, and I'll go back over it with the 315mm, which should really make this silent. I would suggest a nice pair of gloves, just because this right here, these are kind of sharp, so you don't want to, you know, cut yourself when you're doing all this. Just rolling it in, trying to get as far back as possible. Looks really good. So now I'm about halfway through it. I have a few pieces down there also. I'm gonna come up here and then I'm gonna switch to the other side. All right, so I feel like I've kind of got as much as I really can underneath it and in it. Now I'm gonna switch to the 315mm, but I might put some like right here of that 80mm just right now. All right, so it's been a few minutes. I've been at this for about, I think, an hour now. I've put some more of that 315mm, the actual foam on there, which I think is really going to make the big difference. So it's just kind of difficult to get because it's so sticky and it doesn't really allow you to slide it. So you need to really cut it out before to make sure that it can just stick right on. All right, so about after, I'd say at least about a solid hour of work on it, I have got all the 80mm and the 315mm on there as much as I can. So now I'm going to put the door frame back on, or panel. And thanks everyone for watching. I wanted to just kind of finish the driver's side as it was already getting late and I didn't feel that we needed to film it. But a big thanks to Ross at Project Alpine 603 for helping me out today. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And if you guys wanted to see the difference between when this truck didn't have the sound deadening and what it does, stay tuned for next week's video. Thanks guys again, and I hope you've liked and subscribed.